All right, so I wasn't entirely happy with my commentary in this part of the series, so I'm going to play some leftover conversation footage from the season before this. This is me talking to TroyBoy777 about MHC. Now you are somewhat to blame for me getting involved in MHC, third hand.
So I've heard. So I've heard.
Yeah, I was aware of some of your maps, and some of my friends have played Space Purge, and then Felonious, I guess, watched you and your son, or I forgot if it was a multiplayer episode or just you, and then he started playing, and then I started playing. So welcome.
Well, thank you. Actually, one particular friend of yours is probably to blame for this whole thing, and that's Bongo.
Yeah. And how do we get him to play MHC?
I don't know. I think we should.
Yeah, I
All
think
your
we
friends are doing it, I guess, is the advice, right? So,
Yeah, maybe Felonious will have to give him some time off of their vanilla project,
uh,
or trick him into making it MHC server instead of vanilla server and see what happens.
maybe so. Maybe so.
So now, how long have you been doing the Minecraft Hardcore Challenge?
Well, it wasn't actually but about a month or so before you guys.
Okay.
So I'm actually relatively new to it. I'd seen Derp Guru is how I got introduced to it. She had done that for a while. And then I'd done my own personal project, which is the Hardcore Museum. That's what you saw Felonious play, was that project of mine. And then right after that, I decided that I'd heard about Ron's challenge, and so I thought I'd really like to try that. So, and my son and I had talked about it, and we thought we'd make a go of it. So that's what happened.
Now, do you try to play every month as a multiplayer, or do you
Well, we
mix it
did
up?
it first. It was rather taxing to run two single players and one multiplayer together there. Luckily, we died in the first few episodes, so it
Oh,
wasn't it wasn't three of them running concurrently at the whole time. But I haven't. I did play a few. I've taken a little bit of a break just so that I can get caught up on some things myself,
yeah.
and then I plan on getting back into it again. But it is a neat group of people. It really is. I'm really glad to be a part of their group. So.
Yeah, I think Felonious described it as family oriented, but it's definitely a nice maturity level, people who care about the game and the community. So
Oh, sure. Yeah.
it's nice.
I've met other people that I would have met unless it was through MHC, and that was Cherry Bitters. Uh, she was one that I started watching some of her videos. Trying to think, there was a couple people that I got to meet through that, so it is a really neat thing. If anybody was considering whether they should or not, I'd say definitely do it.
Oh yeah, and there's more and more people joining each month, and people coming and going every other month and stuff. So I think it's a good mix of contacts and just
Oh,
challenges.
absolutely. Yeah.
I almost feel like you know each of the months that I've been in at least could very easily be compared to a custom adventure map or something, because there's a challenge and there's a goal and there's a theme, and
Oh,
you
sure.
kind of create your own story.
Oh, absolutely. And the no killing the passive mobs thing, that's a tough one on me. That comes
Yeah.
second nature. I need to go after those cows. So,
Now, so you outside of MHC, how long have you been playing Minecraft?
oh my goodness, I can't even think how long ago it's been. It was just shortly after it got released official,
Okay.
is when I've been playing Minecraft. And then had seen I don't know if you're familiar with them, the Lucklands. Have you heard
Mm-hmm.
of the Luckland family?
Yeah.
No, that I had seen them. There was a father and son thing that I saw him do, and I just really loved it. I thought that was really cool, the interaction. And then it brought me great joy to have my son say, "Hey, we should do that too." I was like, "Oh yeah, let's do it." So anyway, that was our trip into YouTube. Was that as well? So just doing some father and son stuff. It was a blast. So.
And you create or have at least created, hopefully still creating custom maps.
Oh,
Do you want
absolutely.
to talk about those, like what those
Sure.
are? And
Yeah, it was interesting because I really didn't actually start out to be a map maker. It was really more just kind of an interesting thing of watching some videos. And Space Purge is the one that I've had now, which is the one we talked about there. But it was more of something I'd seen. I don't remember which person had put it out there about making a void world. And I thought, well, that's interesting, where there's absolutely no blocks. It wasn't Skyblock where you travel far enough, you'll find something, but an actual void world. And I thought, wow, that'd be kind of a neat little space thing that you could do. And it kind of started out there. I just placed a block and started building something around it. It became a spawn or a little lobby area. And then I started getting the idea of, maybe I should actually just make a little map out of it, some sort of space theme thing. I went about it completely backwards. Because it was more of just kind of falling into it and saying, oh, I might add this, might add that. Didn't have any kind of a story or anything behind it. But as I started to develop that, I really started to enjoy it tremendously. So, and I'm sure you could attest to what fun it is to create a map. So,
Yeah, I particularly like sci-fi maps because it's so, such a contrast to base Minecraft and the fantasy elements.
oh, sure.
So, people who can pull off spaceships and sort of weave an adventure through them, I really enjoy seeing that other theme, if you will.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun to do it. And then I got a lot of positive reception from people when I put it out, and I realized, and who was it? Jade, she's another MHCer. She was another one that was saying, "You better come out with a second map." And I thought, okay, well, maybe I should. And then I got to thinking about it, and then I've transitioned into this other one. That's one of the reasons that I haven't spent a lot of time MHCing this last few months. Is because I've been full into the development on the next map that I'm creating. So
Now, I know you've only teased a couple little screenshots,
uh-huh.
but is there a title or anything yet, or is that all under wraps?
Well, the title is under wraps because I want to actually make a special announcement
Gotcha.
video, and I'm going to be a little bit cryptic, but there's an actual date. On which I'd like to make the announcement. I would have
Ah.
preferred that the date actually be when I release the map, but I want to make sure that it's actually done properly. So I may do just some sort of a grand here it comes kind of a video about that, but more about that to come.
Cool. Yeah, I think we're in an interesting place right now for map makers because we've got all these 1.9 snapshots
Oh, love it.
completely changing everything again and potentially breaking 1.8 stuff, and there's really no end to the cycle. You can never make a map in a stable place, but
No, but, Minecraft is so much better about it that you can go back and degrade your. What am I trying to say? You can go back a level easily now and still not lose anything. So I think that makes it fantastic. It used to be you had to have the right jar file and something more technical like that, but this one makes it pretty easy to get the right one where the map maker has created for it to make sure you get the right experience. But even if you put, and I'm sure you've felt or found this, even if you put you need to play it in this version,
yeah.
most people, or not most people, that's not right. A lot of people will just ignore that and then complain, why is this game broken?
Yeah, I think there's a good portion of people that don't know how to play in another version other than the current.
Sure.
So it happens, but
I particularly like Bongo's map, where he had the first part of it there. If you don't plan on following instructions, just throw this book away. That was a great start.
was that from Stranded?
That was from Stranded, yeah, the
Okay.
very first part there. I haven't got through all of yours yet. Now that I've actually finished mine, I've been going back through
Oh,
some people that played the map because I didn't want any spoilers. I'm
yeah.
a big person on. I'd like to get the full. I'd like to get the full effect of a map to make sure that I get the experience and see any surprises that come my way. So
I think it would be really interesting to have Michael Deering and a couple of the other MHCers play some custom maps and just see kind of how their survival skills fare, because traditionally map makers are not very good at survival.
well,
So,
actually, they did play Space Purge. Believe it or not, there was a group of Technoscribe Let's see, Mom of Miners, OG
Hmm.
Gaming, and Michael Deadman, I think, were the four, and they went ahead and all four of them played. So that was fun. I've been called an evil map maker. I really didn't intend to start out that way, but Jade called me the next Vex. So that's I
Ah.
guess I'm Vex Light. So
Uh-oh, well, I'm gonna be keep that in mind when your next one comes out. So I also think it would be cool for some of us map makers to kind of come up with a few MHC challenges that maybe the survival players wouldn't normally think of, or maybe make a little spawn area that we give to them to download and serve as the base for MHC. So maybe we'll have to brainstorm. Are there any future formats or themes that you're sort of interested in seeing in an MHC?
well, interesting. During one of our videos, which one was that? Can't remember if it was Mob Museum. That was about I think it was about my favorite actually. By the way, Mob Museum, which was probably one of the harder ones.
Hmm.
That was the one where you had to capture mobs in a little cell. They're basically without dying.
Yeah.
So, and actually, a lot of people survived that one longer than Michael thought they would. So that was pretty cool. But during that one, Jaden, actually, my son, came up with one because I asked him the same question. I said, Mike watches these videos, said maybe you have any ideas for him, and he told me about Valentine's Day. Or no, I'm sorry, not Valentine's Day. Excuse me. What is that? What is that? St. Patrick's Day
Okay.
uh, theme, and basically that you would get wool of every color of the rainbow and make your own rainbow with a pot of gold at the end. And I
Oh,
thought,
okay.
oh, I really like that. That's kind of a cool idea. But
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to the. I think I may jump back in with the Trapped in the Nether, which I believe is going to be Michael's next one after the Temple Assault.
Hmm.
I believe that was the ones that he was going through because there's the Little House. We had the current one, which is the Temple Assault, and I believe Trapped in the Nether was the next. So that may be where I jump back in to
Gotcha.
be able to play again. So, but anyway, yeah. Otherwise, it is interesting to see what Michael comes up with. I have no idea how he watches all the videos. There's just so much time consuming to be able to go through all of them.
Oh yeah, not just watching, but he definitely takes notes,
Oh
and
yeah,
then
absolutely.
then he goes back and gives a player update on everybody. So it's a
Yeah,
lot of dedication, and he really wants more players. So
yeah.
he is up for the challenge of watching more videos. That's for sure.
I think
Now,
Tekna described in your last video there that she said that maybe his family will start to disown him with all the
well,
time he'll have to dedicate to it. So,
yeah, maybe it'll become like a month, like one episode per month instead of per week, or two episodes per month.
oh, maybe
Just
so.
base it out for him. See,
Yeah.
so outside of Minecraft, are you a gamer, or is this sort of an anomaly for you?
I haven't been a huge gamer kind of
Hmm.
person, but I've probably found myself more attracted to it after playing Minecraft. So, and I'm a cheap guy. I don't. You can ask my wife. I don't. I don't just go out there and buy the latest game, but I spent my own money to do the Minecraft thing. But there's some things coming up. What is that? What is that? There's a new one coming out called No Man's Sky.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
I've seen some of the video from that. Amazing, amazing.
yeah.
I don't know how it would play on anybody's computer that isn't so beefy, uh, but that is just incredible. I saw a video where you get into a spaceship, fly out into space, and into a planet with seamless, no cutscenes, no nothing.
Hmm.
It's just incredible. And I heard that they're working on a multiplayer version. So, being the family gamer that I am, wanting to play with my family, that appeals to me greatly to be able to find some things. I want to branch out more from Minecraft than just Minecraft, but I'd like to explore some other things together and just have fun. So yeah,
Yeah, that I think that is one of the things I've enjoyed most about Minecraft is the ability to play it with family and son,
oh
my
yeah,
son, and
hmm
I see a lot of channels where dads and kids play together, and
oh it's neat.
it's uh, it's definitely a good way to get to justify playing a video game, spending
Exactly.
time with the kids.
Well, I even got the big surprise, Ron, was when my wife decided to play too. She's definitely not a gamer. Maybe Facebook games or little tablet games there. But she said, "I just want to know what this thing is all about." She said, and she says, "I'm going to play and you can record it." I was like, "Really?"
Oh,
so, so
is
that
that?
began. Yeah, that was the mommy's first Minecraft series that I had there, and she started out not knowing anything, which
Hmm.
was pretty hilarious in its own right. But I really saw her get to develop there, and she actually liked it. So I don't see her playing it on her own necessarily, but she likes it well enough to be able to play it with us. So.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, yeah. I'll have to go back and double check for that series on your channel.
It was actually it's probably one of the more popular series that I have.
Yeah,
And I
we
hope to get back into it someday too. It's just kind of one of those things of trying to arrange it. So,
yeah we tried to get my wife to play, and my son at the time, like I was filming on one computer and they were playing on the others, and uh, he pretty sort of started, softly trolling her
oh no,
right
oh
off the
no.
bat, and she was getting a little frustrated of figuring out what to do, but also then to have him flying around, dropping things on her, and night coming on, and she, she's like, how do I change my clothes? How do I get to the store? And I was like, I don't know if you're trying to be funny or you don't get it.
But yeah, I'm a big fan of unintended humor.
So then, what any other things on your channel series that you want to promote or think people would be
Oh,
interested in checking out?
just me having fun with my family. It is like you said, it's a great excuse to be able to play a game. But it is something that the boys enjoy doing with me,
Hmm.
and I really enjoy doing it with them. I've tried to branch out and do some solo play things. But in my heart of hearts, I really like the stuff with my kids and my wife
Yeah.
the best. It's just a lot of fun. We're not actually playing; we're just kind of interacting at that point. So,
And I'm guessing if you do it with family, are you more one who will sit and play the whole month all in one go and then kind of parcel out the videos, or do you spread it, over a couple days?
well, I found myself trying to limit the sessions a little bit more because you get comments from people, "Oh, you should do this or the other,"
Yeah.
and if you've got like a long stretch of it there, then it's kind of impossible. Well, just keep waiting, and we actually do something a little bit later.
Yeah.
Uh, but I do like to kind of record it in at least a mini block. I probably schedule for about 45 minutes to an hour. And can probably get 3 to 4 episodes out of that,
Okay.
and go that. But I don't do the really long ones that would take forever. And I am one of these people that don't want to just slap something up onto YouTube.
Yeah.
I would much rather edit it to something that I would watch, take out the boring parts and stuff there, which I'm my own worst enemy there because I'm a little bit of a self perfectionist. Uh,
Yeah, that's one of the things, actually, I haven't really talked about this with others, but in MHC you really can't do that because you have to film everything at full speed and not cut anything out.
Yeah, I did propose that to Mike that maybe he'd let me speed things up there just so he could see it on the screen, but
Hmm.
it wasn't anything that I needed to push a long time. But yeah, it goes against my YouTuber grain
Yeah.
to at least not edit out some of the boring parts there with that because I aim for a video that's probably between 10 and 15 minutes, just for the fact that it's a little bit easier to say, okay, am I going to sit down and watch this 30-minute video
Hmm.
as opposed to, am I going to watch something about 10 or 15? Oh, I can do that. So I always try to put something out that I would personally like to watch.
Yeah.
So I use that standard for myself.
And now I have to ask this question. So you play
Sure.
MHC with your son. How many times have you died before him?
Normally, he will die first.
Oh,
It's actually been quite hilarious the times that I was killed by my son.
yeah. I forgot which month it was. It was May or June or one of the first ones that I I played in. I think I saw you died first, and then he was kind of laughing and going on a bit without you. That was perfect.
He was crushed the first few times that it happened there. He thought he'd ruined MHC for me. I was like, no. I said, just quite the opposite. You made it quite entertaining.
Yeah,
That's
definitely.
kind of hard for a little one to get that figured out. But I said, no, truly. I said you did a great job. And
Yeah.
so,
All right. Well, thank you so much for spending a little bit of time, and
well,
we
thanks for inviting
definitely.
me.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, I thank you for uh, by way of a chain of events, sort of recommending us here, and also it's been nice to watch others play your map, and I definitely look forward to your next map that's coming out, and maybe we'll get to collaborate on something in the near future.
absolutely. That'd be great.